There we go. How's it going, guys? Sorry about that. Just recently had to reinstall Windows on the computer, and so some of my Streamlabs settings weren't quite to where they needed to be. But what's going on out there, all you Hall Table heroes? It's your boy Itachi. This is Itachi Gaming, and we're going to be going over the Hyperdrive bundle and seeing whether or not it is worth it. So as you guys know, I purchased that $100 Hyperdrive bundle on a new account, the Itachi Gaming account. We're now in Grand Arena, and you guys have gotten to see some of those things. So now I'm going to show you guys where I'm at, how I'm doing, and whatnot. So let's pop over into the game now. So here we go. You see I'm arena rank number 20. I'm able to climb up to top 10 every day, but I fall very quickly. Everyone's kind of got the same stuff going on. Rank number 3 in Fleet, man. Fleets, we've been having some problems. Some people are out there spending some money. They've got Anakin Skywalker's ship up to 6 stars now, and as well as Boss ship up to 5 and 6 stars. So that has caused some issues. Let's get some music going on here for you guys. There we go. So that's been causing some issues for us over there in Squad Arena or Fleet Arena. Squad Arena, like I said, I can get top 4, top 3 payouts I've been getting, so that's not a problem. What is going on, Bash? So as we go in here, I did win Grand Arena. You're not going to be able to see it. I haven't joined yet. I wanted to try to get some more gear on some people, do some modding tonight before I join. So remember, they changed that. Once you join Grand Arena, it is taking a snapshot of your roster of how it is at that moment, as opposed to how it used to be, where it would take it after the 24-hour wait time period. So we're going to be doing some gearing, some modding, and things like that. All right, so let's start at the top here at, let's look at the 5.0 first, because we do have 5.0 first because of that bundle. Haven't really done too much with these clones. As you all know, Ahsoka Tano is at gear 11, making her way to gear 12. We've got some 5-dot mods on her, and she's starting to come around quite nicely here. The name of the game for her is going to be her damage, crit damage, her offense. That is the big thing here for her. So we want to try to mod her for as much offense and damage she can do as possible. All right, let's head over to Bounty Hunters. Also, not too much going on here. I did unlock Bosk. Trying to get his node done. But right now, he's at 26 out of 30. Was able to go through and complete that stage on 9 hard. However, I was not able to 3-star it. Got to do some more work on my dark side characters in order to do that. I am farming Jango Fett now, so as you know, his hard node has Boss ship in it, the Houndstooth, and it looks like we didn't finish farming him for the day. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Achievement unlocked. So we want to make sure we're getting through on Jango Fett here. He's going to be very, very essential for our bounty hunters. Moving on, let's look at our Empire. And as you know, right off the gate with that bundle, you're able to unlock Papa Palpatine, who I love, and Grand Admiral Thrawn. And you see these guys are now up to gear 8, as you guys can see here. So we're working on gear on these guys. Now, Palpatine, I've been working on tirelessly, as you know. I love me some Palpatine, and so I've been working on his abilities here. Most of them maxed out. It's just missing his 2 Zetas. And we got Grand Admiral Thrawn here, who I started working on. Still got to put some ability mats on, some mods and things like that. Got to finish modding Papa Palpatine. Darth Vader is 7 stars, as you can see. So gear 8 as well. Doing the same with him. You see we got some mods over on him now, whereas we did not the last Grand Arena. So he should be looking pretty nice for this Grand Arena. Looking forward to that. You also get some troopers here, along with that pack, which I haven't done too much on, but I am thinking about doing some gearing and leveling up on Shore Trooper here to have a tank for my Papa Palpatine team. All right, let's move on from the Empire. Ewoks you don't get, and I haven't really worked on yet. The First Order, we do get First Order, and I have Sith Trooper down here as well. I really want this guy to become ready for him to become farmable, to be honest with you, because I want him in my Sith team. That guy is crazy. He puts out crazy amounts of damage. I should be able to activate and have him at 4 stars, which may be good if I do gearing and modding and stuff like that until he becomes free-to-play farmable. But yeah, the First Order I haven't done too much work on at all. They're still all at gear 8 and their abilities at level 5. So level 80, we haven't really done anything there with those guys. G-Rep Galactic Republic, and this is where you're going to see a lot of the work that's been going in with these Jedi that are in here. Jedi Knight Anakin's also at gear 11, on his way to 7 stars here, 64 out of 100. And then Yoda is also at gear 11, just chilling. All these guys got mods on them, and they're looking pretty nice right now for us. We did get R2-D2 unlocked, as you see there. Geos, I haven't really started working on that much yet. Now, Sunfac, I've been grabbing out of the fleet store as I see him pop up, and we're using that currency for that. Soldier, this is just from the events, so make sure you go through and play those events. If you're a new player and you grab this bundle, you want to make sure you get him. All right, Jedi. This is really where our pride and joy comes in. We've got a Zeta on Basilishan. She is gear 11, 7 stars. Abilities are maxed out. She is ready to go here. Still working on mods and stuff like that, but she is looking good. Jolie Bindo. Now, Jolie Bindo, if you guys missed my Worth It series on the Jedi Knight Revan Mega Bundle packs, I think those are worth it. So I was able to get Jolie Bindo to 7 stars because of those packs. Took him up to gear 11 quite quickly. And so now he is part of my arena team. Working on his abilities here. That looks pretty bad. Is probably going to be my next Zeta. He revives all Jedi with that. And that is a phenomenal thing. Makes him very, very hard to deal with over in arena, grand arena, and things like that. Let's move on. Nightsisters. Now, Nightsisters, I did start putting some gear on old Daka. And I thought, maybe I'll make this, my dark side team. Nightsisters are very, very good. They're very hard defense to get through in arena, grand arena. And a lot of players aren't experienced with these guys. So I did think about that. I think Mother Taliesin, Asajj Ventress, and old Daka, at the very least, I'm going to be putting gear on and working on their abilities. I'm going to do a little bit of that tonight to get them ready. Now, Old Republic. I know Bash there was asking about my Old Republic. Am I going to be ready to do Jedi Knight Revan? And we kind of talked about this on my Grand Arena stream last night. I do have these guys at 7 stars. We still got to get Mission Val to 7 stars. I'm waiting until I can get that Jedi Knight Sky Guy over to 7 stars first, and then I'll pop over to Mission. And then we got to put some gear on these guys. We want to take them up to at least gear 7 on these 3. Basilishan and Jolie being at gear 11 is fantastic. They'll be able to go through this event just fine. Really, gear 7, level 85, gear 7 with some mods is really what we need here. But we got to farm mods and things like that for them to really actually be ready. We can throw those mods on them. Phoenix, we haven't really done anything with. They're just kind of hanging here. We were able to get 7-star Kanan Jarrus already, and I'm 10 shards away from Zeb being 7 stars. And those came out of the stores, and I'll talk about what I'm farming out of those here in a little bit. Rebels, Akbar is on his way to 7 stars, and you can see I've been putting gear in on him. Now, he is my fleet commander for the home one, so it's very important to put mods on him, get him geared up, work on his abilities. We're going to take him to at least gear 11, which you can see we're pretty close to. Gear 12, the higher you get him, the better. So it's just going to make that capital ship faster, get to those abilities quicker, which is fantastic. And as you can see, I haven't really worked on the rest of these rebels. They're just kind of hanging out here. Wedge and Biggs, I am planning on working on since they are piloting ships and fleets. So Resistance, we haven't done anything with. You do get them with the pack. These guys are going to be pretty critical, especially Resistance Trooper. When you get BB-8 as well, which you can do day 1 from unlocking that bundle at 5 stars. These guys are going to be very critical for the Sith raid at 7 stars. So Resistance Trooper, BB-8, R2-D2, C-3PO, and Rey Jedi Training are the big team there. Now, if you don't have C-3PO, you can pop in Rey Scavenger, Poe Dameron, and Finn, whichever one you've got the most gear on. I do like Rey. She does quite a bit of damage, but Finn is a nice tank for the Resistance. And we don't know what Resistance hero Finn's going to do yet, and he may actually be the new character to pop in there. So you're not using C-3PO with Rey. All right. Separatist and man oh man, Count Dooku. We have got to talk about this guy. He was the MVP during our last stream, man. He did some craziness, was able to pretty much single-handedly take down an entire team. So we've been putting on some mods on this guy. I'm looking to pump those up tonight to see what we can get out of them, and doing some more of his abilities here, as well as seeing if we can get some gear pieces on him here. Get this gear piece on him, take him to gear 8 at least, so he's a little bit stronger for this Grand Arena before we go in. I should be able to bump him up to level 85, and that will also help as well. Jango Fett, we have Asajj Ventress, you guys already saw, and that is about it for the Separatists. Sith, now this is a fairly good team. We got Darth Nihilus, Emperor Palpatine, Darth Vader. I do need to take Vader up to 85 as well. Nihilus is awesome that we get him this early. As you can see, I put some mods on him now, so he should be a lot better going forward. I haven't worked on any of his abilities though, so we're gonna have a secondary kind of three-man team here with Nihilus, probably Nihilus, Maul, and Sidious. I'm looking at using Palpatine, Darth Vader, and Count Dooku for offense. These guys are going to be nice, and obviously I've worked on these guys a little bit more, so we'll be putting them over in offense. And that really much does it for characters there, guys. Now hard node right now, what I'm doing with those farms, as I said, I am farming, where'd he go? Jango Fett from the hard nodes right here, Jango Fett. And then I've also been farming Jedi Knight Anakin, trying to get him to 7 stars as quickly as we can. That is a big deal. Got little man back there having fun. He's playing some Fortnite tonight. I think those are the only two I'm really farming right now. No, I'm also doing Mother Talzin. So Mother Talzin has a hard node as well, 8A hard. So like I said, I do want to work on these Nightsisters a little bit. They are good for Grand Arena defense. They're also used in the Sith raid. So you're not going to go wrong with farming those guys and gearing them up and getting some nice stuff on them. All right, let's head over to Fleets here. In Fleets, Ahsoka Tano's ship is on that 7-star march. She's completely maxed out on all of her abilities except for her enter the battlefield ability. We did unlock Anakin's ETA Starfighter, and we got him at 3 stars already. So we've been working on him and his abilities as well. Phantom 2 hasn't made too much progress, on its way to 6 stars right now. Just kind of chilling out here. And then we've got Ghost. Ghost, same thing. Haven't made a lot of progress. Been leveling it as I get the currency. We do have Houndstooth at 85, and I do need to work on Bosk's gear, so to get him to at least gear 11. Gear 11 allows you to go through and max out his crew power, and that's what we want to be able to do. The ship is at level 85 and 4 stars, so close to that 5-star mark. Outside of that, I haven't done too much with the rest of these guys. I was able to 5-star Tarkin ship, the Executrix, and 5-star Home one here, and it's at 6. All of his abilities are at 6. Same thing, need this guy at gear 11 to go to the next couple of steps there. So that's how my ships are looking, and I'll show you guys my arenas here, and we'll go into what I'm farming here in a bit. So if you look at my ranks, I'm at top 20. These top 3 now are kind of taken. Panda Awesome, I can no longer take over him, so it is a very nice shard, I will say that. People are nice here in this shard, so I can go into my arena chat and ask those guys, hey, can I take this spot for the day which is what I usually get to do right around my payout. I'll ask them, hey, can I move up? The only guy that doesn't really play nice is Johnny Tsunami. So kind of hard to take that number 1 spot. Sometimes Make Them Suffer or this guy, Lord of Law, can go in and take him out. But that's the only way of getting in there. So those guys are pretty nice there. Definitely liking that. If you're in your top 20 or top 50, make sure you get into your arena shard chat. It is definitely needed. All right, Fleet Arena. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. So I'm down to number 3. Number 2 and number 1. This is what their ships look like. 6-star. Now this is 4-star, same as mine. 4-star. And then number 1 is 6-star, 6-star, and 5-star. So these guys are hard to get by. To be honest with you, it's hard. It's just hard. They've got a little bit more on us there. And so it is tough getting through those guys there. All right, let's go over the shipments and what I'm getting there. We always want to buy these guys here. Every single day. No excuse not to get those. Now, Cantina battles. We've got Ahsoka to 7 stars already. So now I am farming old Daka out of here. Like I said, I'm going to be working on those Nightsisters. Guild store, I go in and I make sure I grab Colonel Stark throughout the day. And you want to get him. He is pretty important to Imperial, those troopers there. The Imperial troopers there. Now, Squad Arena, we finished off Kanan Jarrus. And so now we're farming Akbar out of here to get him to 7 stars. Galactic War Store, I get Ahsoka Tano's ship out of here in Zeb. So Zeb is 10 shards away from being at 7 stars, so we'll be there soon. Fleet Arena Store, now this you want to spend on ships. So for me, it's getting Ghost, it's getting Phantom 2. And then I always look for these Geos. I'm always grabbing these Geos here. And I'm usually looking for Sunfac down here in the characters. It's the only character I'm getting right now out of this store. Steven, what's going on, man? This is Make Them Suffer. Looking forward to you joining us at the top. I'm working on it, man. Oh, man, I appreciate it. Oh, man, that's crazy. Steven is over in my arena shard, man. I'm working on it. That's awesome, man. Appreciate you finding me. Man, I didn't even realize you'd be able to find me or anything. That's crazy, man. Someone on my shard is watching the stream. That's awesome. All right, so guild event store here. Now the question is, once you start getting these get tos, do you go for malevolence or do you go for negotiator? I would say with what you get with this bundle, negotiator is the more logical choice. You're getting a lot more of the Galactic Republic ships, and you're not really getting any of these Separatist ships outside of Vulture Droid. So negotiator is probably going to be the way to go here. It's going to be your best bet. You're going to have those ships geared and to a higher state as far as star count and that is concerned, prior to getting the fleet for the malevolence. So also considering that some of the ships, one of the ships for this are not free to play yet. All the ships for the negotiator are free to play. So outside of that, I do highly recommend going after Hermit Yoda in this for your get 1 currency. The reason for Hermit Yoda is, again, Sith Raid, Heroic Sith Raid. He is going to be huge for with Jedi Knight Revan, putting out large amounts of damage. Now you could, if you're going to start buying packs and things like that, save them up for Darth Malik. If you're going to throw the gear on the Old Republic tunes, they're needed for Jedi Knight Revan, and the tunes that are needed for Darth Revan, for sure. So obviously there's a lot of gear and stuff in there, which are very enticing to get. But the game kind of starts you off with quite a bit of gear, and if you're using this bundle, and so not that necessary there. Championship store. Now in here, this is where you want to spend it on gear. Get your gear out of here. Your gear 12, gear 13 pieces that you need. For sure, this is going to help you really accelerate that as far as that's concerned. Now, Shard Store. Again, this is another place for gear. Gear 12. gear 11 pieces. Grab the gear you need on the characters that you're working on, and make sure you're able to keep up with the gear crunch, because that's going to be a big thing for starting out. And hat. Yeah, hat, it's pretty big too for with Hermit Yoda. Also, you have gear 12 pieces in here as well. Now, you can do General Grievous shards if you want to accelerate that farm, because he is hard to come by. But for me, I'm going to be grabbing gear out of here for the time being. So that's what I'm farming in those particular areas, as you can see there. Outside of that, use your additional energy. Make sure you're doing at least let's see. You want to at least be doing 200, using 200 crystals a day on refreshes, 2 on dark side, light side battles, and 1 on Cantina. If you're going to get payouts, you can go to 250 or higher. So 350, you can do 2 refreshes for your Cantina. Those are 100 apiece. And do the 3 for your light and dark side. Those are all 50 apiece. So that'll be a total of 350 refreshes a day. So outside of that, that's all I've got for you guys tonight. One thing that I will recommend, a lot of people miss out on this. As soon as you can, get in here in these mod challenges, get into tier 3 and complete tier 3. Don't worry about tier 1 and 2. I know there's achievements for those, but just don't worry about those. Go in, do the battles for tier 3. So you can start farming your mods immediately. And honestly, you want to go through and do these every once in a while. If you don't know some of the sources that you can use to check out mods and see what the top 100 GP, what the number 1 ranks in Arena are doing, go check out SWGOH.GG. That's SWGOH.GG. And in there, you can actually go look at mods for your characters. So let me bring it up here for you now. So one character I actually don't know about modding right now is Dooku. So let's go to Dooku here. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about and where you can go. So right here on the left-hand side of the screen, you can go down here to player data. You'll hit player data, and here it'll give you, you can look at general abilities, mods, and stats. So let's look at mods. And then you can filter. So right now it's telling us rank 100. Now you can look at arena, and that's arena rank 100. We can look at arena rank 1, which there's one person that's using him in arena that is rank of 1. You can look at top 100 leaderboard, which looks like speed and potency is pretty big here, or health and speed, or top 100 GP. And speed and potency seem to be the way to go for this guy. Steven says, I triple refresh mods daily. Very worth it. Yes. If you've got the additional currency to go in and refresh on mods, I greatly recommend it. Mods are going to be the biggest thing for Grand Arena, for Arena, and for your ships for sure. So as you scroll down, it's going to give you the arrow, the circle, the triangle, and the cross. And the reason for that is those are the only 4 mods that change what their primary stats can be. The other 2 stay stagnant with defense and offense. Now you want to make sure you pay attention to what sets need what. For example, speed. For a speed set, you need 4 speed mods in order to get the bonuses for speed just from the mods themselves. In addition to, you want to make sure you have the correct primary stats. Speed is very important in Arena. So for Count Dooku in this case, we're looking at speed and potency, which makes sense. He lands a lot of stuns. You want to make sure he lands those stuns, lands those shocks. And so for him, with his arrow, you're going to want that speed on that arrow. On the data bus, which is the circle protection, which majority of the characters in the game are going to use. For the triangle, it's going to be crit damage or the hollow array. And the cross or multiplexer is going to be potency. And you definitely want potency on this guy. Because you want him to land as many ability blocks and stuns and those shocks as possible to really control your opposition, and that's what he's there to do. As you guys saw on the stream last night, man, he was able to go through and take out a full team in my 3v3, so very much so worth it. Like Steven said, make sure you go in, use as many refreshes as you can for mods, which is what I'm about to go in and do right now, so I can go in and mod these teams that I'm using in Grand Arena for Grand Arena before I click that join button. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me today. If you really like this series, make sure you give it a thumbs up so we can continue to do this on a week-to-week basis. We're going to be doing this every Saturday night around this time, 10:30. Well, I'll say anywhere between 9 to 10:30 we'll be starting that stream, so you guys can see how I'm doing, how I'm progressing, and how things are going. Bash, Steven, thank you so much for coming out. Make them suffer. I will see you on the holotables, my friend, in the squad arena. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys, if you're watching right now. And if you haven't hit that subscription button yet, make sure you smash that subscription button and hit the little notification bell so you're not missing one single thing right here on Itachi Gaming. All right, guys, until next time, Itachi out. Peace out, y'all.